Hey guys, well, we're back with our mystery plant. 2 videos ago, I showed this plant, and there was a couple of good guesses. Sue B made a very good guess. I can't remember now what she had suggested it was. However, looking it up, it really looked very similar, and I was convinced. Until I got looking closer here. And once we get past, well, it's not a price tag, but this little tag here, it was $3 off what it normally was. I think it was about $12 or $10 or something like that. I think I got it for about $7 or $8. Anyway, I got looking closer here, and just above this little tag here, above the code, I don't think we're going to be, maybe we can see it there. So it's a Thuja Occidentalis Rheingold. So they are really well known as Rheingolds. So that's what we're going to call it. So it is a shrub or a bush, whatever you want to call it. And they don't grow that big. They're not really considered a tree. They are slow growing. Well, they're considered slow growing. I've also seen some shrubs or bushes that were considered very slow growing, and I've actually had them grow very fast, so we'll see what happens. But this supposedly doesn't get very big at all, so it's more of an ornamental bush or a shrub. So we'll see how it goes. It's starting to green up. We do have some browning on here from back in the winter time, but I think that'll come to pass. It's starting to green up in the inside here at least, so that's good. And I don't imagine I'll be keeping all of this anyway, so it really doesn't matter at this point. Now if we go in here and take a look, we have a double trunk, a multi-trunk, or we could have 2 trees there. We'll have to take a look when we get it out of the pot. Sometimes in a nursery pot, you can pull away the soil and you can reveal more of the trunk, but this is not the case. I believe our roots are, yeah, we do have some roots, almost like an aerial root that come off the bottom of the trunks and go down into the soil. Same with over here. So it's sitting pretty high in this this nursery pot here. So we definitely don't have any trunk beneath the soil line to expose or look at. So I think with what we're looking at here is what we got to work with. Well, I think the first thing we're going to do is come down under here and we'll have a look at things down here. This here is our lowest branch. It does come out of the bottom of our trunk here, so we are going to take that off. It is raining outside right now, so that's why we're working inside again today. We'll eventually get outside where we can work. And we have another one down here that we can get rid of. So I'll just get that one with the scissors. It's a fairly small one. I'm going to leave this one here for now. I may not be keeping this, but I will be just leaving it there for now. It's very congested, to say the least. Yeah, I kind of wanted to start thinning things out and working on it at this point. But it would be nice to know if this is one tree or two trees. Whether I'm going to separate them or not. Well, I think for now, let's leave this lower branch here. And if we come just above it, if we just take this down a little bit, we can see here we have two branches coming off the main trunk in the same spot. We have one going vertically and one horizontally. So I think I'm going to keep the horizontal branch and we'll remove the vertical one here. So let's just take that off. There we go, and this will thin things out also. See, we can see here that's a fairly large branch, a lot of foliage on it. So let's take a look at things now, and we can see that opens things up quite a bit. It's looking all right. Yeah, and I think I'm going to leave this one branch off to the side here. Oh. We can see here that it holds its diameter way up to the top here, so there's not a lot of taper in that branch. Of course, we won't be keeping it as long as it is now. We'll be bringing it back down here somewhere. But for now, let's leave that go. And we'll make our way up here. So we'll move up to the next one, and here's our next branch coming up off of the main trunk as it comes up here. So we have another branch coming off here, a smaller one, and then we have, it's just a little bit larger coming up off the top, and it's going into the center of our tree. So we're going to take that off. Go use my scissors, it's easier to get in there. There we go. Some of these branches are smaller, but they still end up having a fair amount of foliage on them. So yeah, there's what was a small branch. We're starting to open things up more and more here, so that's good. There's some here we can take off that are growing out at angles that I don't want. I'm growing up. We'll bring it back to here. So, off of this branch here, I think I can safely come back to here. Not have to worry about wanting the remainder of this. And here's our larger side branch again, taken off away up there. But I'm going to leave it for now, just to make sure that we don't want to work with that. What I am going to do is take back these other branches that come off it, take them away back. We'll just take the rest of the top off of that one. It'd be nice to know if I really wanted that one yet or not, so I could remove it, but we'll see. We'll just keep thinning things out here. Now if we come around to this side here, we can take some branches out near the bottom that I don't think I'll want. I won't want any this low over here. Going back up in this side of the canopy, we've got one coming up off a smaller branch. Straight up, we're going to take it out. That gets rid of a fair bit. It's starting to open up there. We're starting to see some light through here now. Well, some more light anyways. Start to see some of the more stuff that I possibly don't want. Now I am going to be keeping this as a smaller tree. So if we come up from the bottom now and come up to the top, we divide up near the top. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to remove the thicker one. Quite a bit of foliage on that. And we're going to bring things back here. So this is the top of the main trunk here. Kind of reminds me of my lemon cypress, actually. A little like that. So, if this will be our apex here, coming down here, I have another larger branch off the side here. We'll take this off of here, and we have a little lower branch coming off. We're just going to go with it. We'll take this off the top. We'll come down to our next branch here. Same thing. We'll come away in here. So we have our branch coming up, and then I basically cut it back to the first horizontal growth off of the branch. Wow, are things ever thick? Yeah, you know, this is my first time dealing with a tight foliage on a small tree like this. Usually things are more open and it's much easier for me to make decisions. But I am not that experienced yet where I can grab something like this and just quickly make something out of it. So this side branch here, we're going to keep it. All I'm going to do is just bring things back a little bit. Not a lot, but we'll just bring it back for now. There we are. Okay. Now we're starting to get something here. I think we're going to come in here and take this off down to this lower branch here. And a lot of the stuff that I'm leaving, I mean, I very well could be taking even more of this off once we can get in here and you know, look at our roots and we can establish a front for the tree. I mean, that could you know, quite possibly change things again. But again, I'm just trying to basically go through and thin things out, get rid of branches that I very well likely will not want. Because you have to start somewhere. And there could be a better way to start this, but again, I don't have a lot of experience. So I'm still learning myself. This is probably going to be a long video. Possibly could take up over 2 or 3 videos actually, due to my inexperience. Oh well, I'm having fun and that's the main thing, and I hope that you guys will have fun too with this. Up in here, there's another branch going straight up with a lot of foliage on it that I definitely will not want, so I'm going to pull that out of there. Yeah, the more I can get out of here, the better. So that I feel like doing a profile prune, coming in really tight here, but I'm afraid that I'm going to end up taking off something that I would likely want. So we're just going to take our time and go through this, because I'm learning and having fun. So if you guys feel like sticking around for this, you guys can. If not, you can tune out, and I don't know, I guess maybe I wouldn't blame you, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely leave this second trunk over here, and we're gonna keep the height on there for now even too, just in case I want to work with that second trunk for some reason here. Who knows at this point? I know I don't. Well, we can get rid of this branch. This branch comes away over here, and I think it's dead anyway. Safe to say it's dead. So we're going to take that out. This one comes off at an angle I don't like. This is off of our second trunk here. Comes off another little branch off it, so we're going to take it off. I think we're going to... Actually, we can probably pull these down. See what they would make for lower branches. Yeah, look at that big puffball on there, you know. We bring that down from up in its present canopy here, and you know, we already cleared a lot out of there, so can just kind of see what's going on. Now, I may want to use a couple of these as lower branches. I'm not too sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these back to some extent. The only problem is I have really nothing back on this branch here to prune back to. All the green foliage is out here. I'm not too sure how well these would accept me pruning away back here. Although they did say that these don't mind being pruned or even heavily pruned. So I'm not too sure exactly what that means. If that was determined by leaving some of the foliage on there or not. Well, we're going to bring things back here anyways. And if it comes back, it comes back. That's just the way it's going to go. So we're going to take that off to there. This one here is a shorter one. We're going to just bring this back here, because just below it we have another branch that takes off horizontally. That is green, so we're going to leave that one. So at least one of these will make it, hopefully. All right. This one here comes off of this one off to the side. I definitely don't want that. That gets rid of a fair bit there. There's another one that comes off that branch off of 90 degrees, and I don't like that. You guys couldn't see that very well, but you can trust me sometimes. Okay. Oh, this guy here, I think we're going to bring it back down to our first horizontal branch here. All right. Okay, actually, looking at this, at our main trunk coming off of this larger trunk, if we come up here, it starts to come back in towards the center of our trunk line here. I think what I'm going to do, if I plan on keeping this larger branch coming off our trunk here, I think I kind of want the trunk line to continue slanting and kind of coming away from this branch over here. So I'm actually going to take this away back to here where it starts to come back over. Just want to see how things are going to come together here. Come on, tree, speak to me, speak to me. I think we're going to take this away back. We'll shorten these branches coming down the tree here. This one's actually coming all the way over from the other one here, growing out of the top, so I'm not going to debate over that. Okay, well, we're starting to thin things out here. Well, one thing's for sure. This what I'm holding right here, that's an extended branch coming off of this second trunk over here, the smaller trunk. And I really don't think that I'll be keeping that. On my smaller trunk, I definitely don't want another branch or a secondary trunk coming off of that one. So I'm gonna bring that way back at least to down here for now. Now pulling this out is going to remove a lot of foliage up at the top. You can see here, that's a lot. All right, so that's really opening things up here. So that's good. So that was one of the trunks gone from over there off of our smaller main trunk. Let's call it here. So we still have another one that comes up and it goes across and it comes straight up here. So I think what we're going to do is take this one back to at least here for now. It probably isn't. I'm probably going to remove that further yet, but let's just go with that for now. All of this younger growth up here looks like this was pruned off at one time down here. Yeah, that was pruned off and a series of branches grew out the top here, some small thin ones. Well, I think we'll leave one of them on, and I'm going to leave this one on. Actually, I'm going to leave them all on for now because I don't know exactly what I'm going to be going with here. So let's just take these three back for now. We'll take them back to a point that I could work with any one of these, just to keep that as the very top of our apex for our other trunk over here. I'm sorry guys if I have you guys all confused here. Again, this one here is This is all coming off of this little branch that's coming out the back here, so we're going to take things away back here. Let's see where this one's coming from. This one's coming from our larger trunk. Here it is here. I think we're going to come up here. We're going to come back and we're going to take it off down here. That's what we're going to do. And we have a outer facing branch that's got some green on it, so we'll leave that go. Now we're really starting to open things up. I think even though I just might want to keep this large branch coming off of our main trunk, I think we are going to bring things back to here for now at least. I think we're safe bringing it back there without regrets. We're almost getting to the point now where I'm going to want to take it out of the pot and try to decide a front for this tree. We can thin things out here a little bit better. I think we'll be cutting some branching out that looks like it could be dead in here. Things get really tight. You can see here it's very congested. So I'm going to remove some of the branching here that I think is dead, and we'll keep the greener stuff. And there's one in the back here that I'll take off. You guys can't really see what I'm doing right now, but again, actually I think we're going to come in here with a the pruners and just completely remove this one. It's growing over top of this one here that I want to keep. So in there also, we'll just prune that back to more of a horizontal branch. And we're going to actually bring this back. Actually, we're going to bring this right back to here. And in the back here, we can take this off the top. We can come in here and shorten these branches. There we are. It is looking a little scraggly right now, but that's all right. We had to bring everything back. And, I mean, it should start growing out nicely as the summer goes on here. Take this back to our green little branch growing off of there. Take that off. I think instead of having this branch coming off like this, I think we're going to take it all the way back to this horizontal one here, and we'll continue growing that branch out down there. Okay. I think we're going to end up taking more off of here, but we're just going to leave things go there for now. Okay. Well, I am almost at the point now where let's bring these back to here. Well, they did say that these would take a heavy pruning, so, you know, I guess we'll take a chance here. I think the best thing to do at this point here, I've taken it as far as I want to go. We're gonna remove it now and rake things out the best we can. We're gonna clean things up and expose the roots and take a look at those. We're gonna even see if this is 2 trees or 1 tree, if the trunks are joined or what's going on. I'd like to go further here with the pruning, but not until I see things. So let's get it out of the pot. We'll see what's going on. Well, you can see here, just before we pull it out of the pot, I was going to clean things up, but I thought I would show you guys. Look, there's a... look at everything we've taken off. That's quite a bit. It's like pruning a sheep. Unbelievable. If we get this and put it into a pile, that's unreal. There's almost enough there to make a pillow out of. Well, we've trimmed a lot off. And here's what we're left with now. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and get it out of the pot and let's see what's going on.